We are all suffering from the disease of more. And because of that, we become so weak, so fragile, so vulnerable to external forces. I happened to read an interesting, or listen to an interesting video about designer handbags. And the news anchor actually found out, they did research to find out, that a designer handbag that cost to the company is $57. $57 is how many rupees? Around 5,000? Yeah. Is sold for $2,800, which is like 2.5 lakhs. Correct? I'm not good with money, so something like that. I remember her saying that. A handbag that costs 5,000 rupees is sold for 2.5 lakhs and people are happily buying it. Why? Because of this desire. So you create a buzz around it. So what are you paying for? Just the name? And why? Because of desire. And not just that, friends, the system, economies of the world are dependent on your desire. Do you know that? So they want you to want more, desire more, buy more, spend more. That is what keeps the economy going. Don't fall for that trap. It's a trap. And then they say, you don't have the money, don't worry. Buy now, pay later. So that's how credit cards, mortgages, all these creative products have come into the market, which are designed to destroy you. You feel your furniture is not good enough. Wait till you can afford it. Why must you take a debt? And God forbid if something happens to you, what are you leaving your children, the next generation? Debts that they should pay for your unintelligence? And why is all this happening? Because of desire. So what must you do? Again, intellect. Manage that intellect, manage the desire with the intellect. Let the intellect come into play. You know, there's nothing wrong with desire per se. But it must be guided by the intellect. So, let's say you see a fancy car on the road and you say, wow, nice car. That's not a criminal thought. And then you say, I want to buy it. First question you must ask yourself, so scan the desire through the intellect. First question you should ask yourself is, can I afford it? No. At least with me, the answer is no. Is it in line with my life's mission? Certainly not. Third question, in Mumbai, do you have the space to park that car? No. If the answer is no to all these questions, delete that thought from your mind. Out it goes. It doesn't bother you. But if you allow that thought to take root in your system, then you're stuck. So you see, you must bring your intellect at play. Suppose you want to do something that the intellect says yes, the answer is yes to all the questions. Go ahead, fulfill that desire. There's nothing wrong with it. Vedanta doesn't say that all desire should be frustrated. In fact, we carry this wrong impression that Vedanta or spirituality debars you from fulfilling desires. No, not at all. You believe that spirituality prevents you from enjoying the world. Certainly not. We have the authority of the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says in the 11th chapter, enjoy this vast kingdom, it's yours. Who is he addressing? You and me, right here. So it's not taboo, but just use your intellect. And number 2, fix a higher desire. You can't remain in the kindergarten of life all your life. You don't just have physical and material desires, you have emotional desires, intellectual desires, and spiritual desires. Go up the ladder. And when you fix a higher desire, the lower desires get sublimated. You know what the word, this sublimate is a beautiful word. In chemistry, it originated from chemistry. When a substance goes from solid state to the gaseous state without going through the liquid, you know, for instance, ice, solid, becomes water, and then when it's heated, becomes water vapor. But there are some substances that sublimate. Camphor is one of them. So it's solid and then becomes gaseous straight away. Sublimates. That's what happens to your lower desires when you're inspired with a higher desire. So you don't have to painstakingly go through the process of fulfilling that desire. It's painful, it's useless. And how can you sublimate desires? Through knowledge. Pick up higher desires. And straight away, you know what is wonderful is, your desire gets sublimated, object of desire comes to you. How does it come? Because you have merit. See what's happening to the cricket team. You've all seen, right? How much did they get for winning the World Cup? 125 crores. See, this pat comes the answer when I ask questions about money. I ask a philosophical answer, pin drop silence. 125 crores is not a small amount. What did they do? Just develop merit. Surya Kumar Yadav, for that one catch, few seconds, he got it. That's where you should focus your attention. You know, we all have this focus on rights. This is my right. No. Focus on your duty. Because the law in life is that you get what you deserve, not what you desire. You can desire the moon, but what you get is what you deserve. So what must we do if you're intelligent? Just focus on deserving. This is what the cricket team did. And they got it. This is what anybody who's worth anything focused on. Dr. Abdul Kalam was just an ordinary scientist. But he was dedicated to the country. He developed merit. He got the highest. He was President of India. And he didn't lobby for that position. He didn't ask anybody for favors. He just got it on pure merit. And 3 months before he retired as president, he invited me to Rashtrapati Bhavan. I was lecturing in Delhi. And said, I'm looking forward to the end of my tenure. Because I'm going back to my mission in life. And my mission is to bring back the joy on the faces of our children. To bring back joy in ordinary life. That was his mission. So, you focus on deserving, you'll get it. And the most beautiful thing in life is to get the good things of life without craving for them, without running after them, without the trauma of, will I get it, won't I get it? You're like a king, you get it.